Have you ever peeled into a bright, juicy orange or poured yourself a tall glass of apple juice, thinking you were making a smart, healthy choice only to find out later that this very habit may be silently raising your blood pressure, thickening your arteries, and even spiking your risk of stroke? As a heart doctor, I can tell you this: what looks healthy on the outside isn't always safe on the inside, especially for seniors. And today, I'm going to expose the common fruit that so many people over 60 eat daily, completely unaware of the hidden danger it carries. Because the truth is, even a seemingly innocent piece of fruit could be pushing your heart closer to the edge, unless you know how to prepare it, when to eat it, and what to swap it with for true protection. And stick with me until the very end, because the number one fruit I'll reveal shocked even me, and I've seen it ruin more than one senior's health before they discovered the truth. Here's why this matters more after 60 than ever before. By the time you reach your 6th decade, your arteries aren't the soft, flexible tubes they once were. Studies show they can be up to 40% stiffer than in your 30s. That means every heartbeat has to push harder against narrowed walls, raising your blood pressure and straining your heart muscle. Now combine that with hidden sugar loads, rapid blood sugar spikes, and inflammatory compounds from certain fruits, and you've got the perfect recipe for clot formation, plaque buildup, and ultimately, stroke. What makes this especially sneaky is that fruits are marketed as healthy, and yes, many are packed with vitamins, but when eaten the wrong way, at the wrong time, or in excess, they can sabotage your circulation instead of supporting it. And here's the kicker: most seniors never connect their diet to their sudden dizzy spells, their swollen ankles, or those brief moments of foggy vision that doctors call but you're about to connect the dots. Because today, we're going to count down the 5 most surprising fruits that can spike stroke risk and the simple swaps that not only protect your arteries but actually help heal them. And number 1, it's a fruit you probably buy every single week, thinking it's helping you. Coming in at number 5 are dried fruits, raisins, dates, and prunes. Now, on the surface, these look like natural fiber-rich snacks. But here's the problem: when fruit is dried, all the water is removed, leaving behind a dense sugar bomb in every bite. A small handful of raisins can carry the same sugar load as a can of soda. A 2017 study in the journal Nutrition and Diabetes found that frequent consumption of high-fructose foods, like dried fruits, increased insulin resistance and triggered higher triglyceride levels in adults over 60. That means thicker blood, higher stroke risk, and more strain on the heart. The good news: you don't have to give up the flavor. Instead, swap dried fruits for fresh berries. Blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries have much lower sugar per bite and are packed with anthocyanins, plant pigments proven in a 2021 Harvard study to lower stroke risk by improving endothelial function. That's the flexibility of your blood vessel lining. Imagine trading a handful of raisins that stiffen your arteries for a handful of blueberries that soften and protect them. That's a life-giving swap. Next, at number 4, is watermelon. Yes, the refreshing summer fruit we all love. Here's why it can be risky. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic indexes among fruits, meaning it rapidly spikes blood sugar. For a younger person, this may not be a big deal, but in seniors, where insulin sensitivity is already reduced, that sugar surge translates into rapid oxidative stress inside arteries. In fact, researchers from the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that older adults who consumed high glycemic fruits before bed had a 23% higher risk of nighttime blood pressure spikes compared to those who stuck with low glycemic options. And let's be real, how many times have you had a juicy slice of watermelon after dinner? Instead, go for kiwi. It may surprise you, but kiwi has a much lower sugar content and is rich in potassium and vitamin K, which help keep arteries relaxed and clot-free. One study out of Norway showed that eating 2 kiwis a day lowered platelet aggregation. That's blood stickiness by up to 18%. Think of it this way: watermelon is like a sugar rush to your arteries, while kiwi is like a gentle massage that keeps blood flowing smoothly. Now, at number 3, orange juice. This one shocks almost everyone, because orange juice has been a breakfast staple for decades, advertised as pure sunshine in a glass. But here's the dark side: juice removes the fiber that slows sugar absorption, leaving you with pure fructose flooding your bloodstream. A Harvard study in 2020 followed seniors who drank fruit juice daily and found they had a 31% higher risk of developing cardiovascular disease compared to those who ate whole fruit. That's because fructose without fiber goes straight to the liver, triggering fat storage and inflammation. Over time, this not only leads to fatty liver disease but also accelerates arterial plaque buildup, narrowing the pathways that keep your brain supplied with oxygen-rich blood. If you love citrus, the fix is simple: eat the whole fruit, peel an orange, chew it slowly, and let the fiber do its job. You'll get the vitamin C without the sugar overload. Even better, try grapefruit, which contains naringenin, a compound shown in a 2019 cardiology review to reduce cholesterol and protect arterial walls. Just remember, if you're on certain medications like statins, grapefruit can interfere, so check with your doctor first. But for most seniors, the whole fruit beats the glass every time. At number 2 is grapes. Sweet, juicy, and bite-sized. Grapes feel like nature's candy, and that's exactly the problem. They're packed with natural sugar and, when eaten at night, can cause blood sugar spikes that prevent deep sleep. A 2018 Italian study found that seniors who ate high-sugar fruits after dinner experienced more frequent nighttime awakenings and higher morning blood pressure. And poor sleep itself is a hidden risk factor for stroke, because your arteries never get their recovery, period. Now, here's where the nuance comes in. Grapes also contain resveratrol, a compound that protects the heart. So the solution isn't to eliminate grapes, it's to time them wisely. If you enjoy them, have a small handful earlier in the day, when your metabolism is more active. For the evening, reach for cherries instead. Tart cherries, in particular, contain melatonin, which improves sleep quality, and anthocyanins, which reduce arterial inflammation. Think of grapes at night as keeping your heart wired, while cherries before bed soothe your heart into recovery mode. And finally, at number 1, the fruit that stunned even me as a heart doctor is the banana. That's right, the humble banana, often recommended for cramps and digestion, can actually increase stroke risk in seniors when eaten the wrong way. Here's why. Bananas are high in quick-digesting starches and sugar, which spike blood sugar. But more importantly, they are very rich in potassium, and while potassium is usually good, in seniors with declining kidney function, excess potassium can accumulate in the blood. This condition, called hyperkalemia, can trigger dangerous heart rhythms and increase the risk of sudden cardiac events. A 2021 review in the Journal of Geriatric Cardiology confirmed that seniors with even mild kidney decline were far more sensitive to potassium-rich foods like bananas. And here's the kicker. Most people over 60 already have reduced kidney efficiency, sometimes by as much as 30% without even knowing it. One of my patients, Evelyn, used to have a banana with her oatmeal every single morning. Over time, she developed palpitations, swollen ankles, and dizzy spells. It wasn't until we switched her from bananas to berries with oatmeal that her symptoms eased. Within just 3 weeks, her blood pressure stabilized, her energy returned, and she told me she could finally climb stairs again without feeling that crushing chest pressure. The good news is, you don't have to fear fruit. You just need to choose wisely and time it properly. Swap dried fruits for fresh berries. Replace watermelon with kiwi. Choose whole oranges over juice. Eat grapes in the afternoon and cherries at night. And instead of bananas, go for apples, pears, or berries, which provide fiber and antioxidants without overloading your kidneys. Your body is always trying to heal itself, and with just a few smart swaps, you can turn fruit from a hidden danger into a powerful medicine. So now, I want to hear from you. Did the banana shock you the most, or were you more surprised by the truth about orange juice? Share your story in the comments, because your experience might save someone else from making the same mistake. And if you're serious about protecting your arteries, keeping your brain sharp, and living your next decade stronger than the last, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss the next life-changing tip. Remember, your heart works for you every second of every day. Give it the protection and recovery it deserves.